Fantastic.
Hola, friends. That's bad. That's actually bad.
that's
So,
terrible.
yeah, we're
He
gonna.
said all our friends.
That is bad.
Ponte,
Listen, bro.
ponte las
Listen,
pilas,
bro.
We keep
That's
it. We
our
keep it. No, we keep it. No.
Listen.
You know how to say
This
ponte las
is
pilas.
the nothing. Listen. This is the Nothing But Spanglish podcast pilot episode, boys. Pilot episode.
Ay, por el amor de Jesús.
Alright, so we got Abe,
Hey,
the recording man,
hey.
me, Noel, the photographer,
Oh, idiot.
and then we got oh, and then we got this guy. What's
We
his
got
name?
this guy.
Alright, you know my name.
You know who it is.
We were supposed to have two more people, Edwin and who else?
Andy, right?
Oh, and Andy. Yeah.
So we
But
had
these
two,
bums don't show up.
Theoretically, we had two
Sure.
flakers, but they flaked on us because your boys ain't your boys.
Yo,
Conflict.
tell me why I've
Please
never
excuse me
met
here.
Andy before our group chat, right? And now I'm seeing this man's everywhere I go. Bro. Everywhere I go, I see this man.
Wait,
I go out
actually-
to dinner. To Olive Garden, right? This man is sitting to the table right next to me, like out of nowhere, man.
Yo,
It's just like what,
you got a stock on your hands, one boy.
dude. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Nah.
Speaking
dude.
of Andy, today, because we're neighbors, right? So today I was just chilling. We were making food with my dad, and my dad's like, I just saw police pass by, and so I break my neck, right? I'm just like, where? And I go and turn around, and dude, tell me why there's a police right next to Andy's house. I'm just like, what the? All right, so I go inside and check, and they're checking his cars,
Oh,
and their cars. And he's like taking photos and whatnot.
the cop?
Yeah. He just
Oh,
starts taking
what
photos
the
and stuff.
heck?
Wait, you're
For
telling me-
real?
wait, you're telling me
Yeah.
the cops came to his
He just
house?
pulled up and started doing that.
Well, yeah. Well, not literally inside, but yeah, on this like front lawn. And then they started like, dude, they were there for like a good hour, dude. They were just like,
What?
yeah, they were investigating him. I'm not even capping.
Was anyone home? Was anyone home?
Yeah, they were investigating Andy. Like they were talking to him and stuff.
Wait,
I
what?
haven't gotten a chance
Oh,
because I don't want to be nosy, you know.
No,
I don't want to be
honestly.
like, hey,
yo, this
Yeah,
is perfect. for
you
the
just
pod-
see, bro. Shut up. Now. You just see Noel like peeking through his window with binoculars. He was my man's Andy real quick. You zoom in.
Well,
Next you
no,
know,
like, dude, I was well. Listen,
No.
dude, like, I was eating. No, listen.
No.
Like, I was just. We were cooking with my
Right.
dad.
oh yeah,
So,
I saw
and
that
like,
story.
yeah, I'm hip. So like, and I just see the police and like, I'm just like, yo, what are they doing? And
Taking my
then
man's
I
lockup.
go and check. And, yeah, no, and they had it was like Andy and his little sister, and they were just like talking for a whole hour. I was just like,
Yo, what? That's kind
Yo,
of crazy.
That's sus, bro.
and like my mom came like from work with my brother like after maybe like 2 hours after all that happened, and I was just like, mom, yo, there was like a police over there, and
Bro.
she was like oh, what were they doing? And I told her what happened, and she was like, I think her mom told me the other night like that someone was trying to like rob their car, like trying to like get in.
What?
No, bro.
Yeah.
No, mom. Really?
He must have been looking for like scratches on the doors or
Yeah,
something like that.
maybe.
You know, like some damage.
Yeah.
I mean, he has a really nice car. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I
What
mean,
car does he
it's
have?
well, it's his mom. It's a 2019 CRV, so it's like
2019. Oh, no,
2019 or 2020.
Nah, no,
Okay.
not, dude. You're kidding.
I mean, as long as they didn't have anything valuable
Nah,
inside, I don't
dude.
think it really matters.
Homie
But
has money.
Dude, that's insane though.
well, no, listen, like he's gonna get the car replaced anyways. Well,
Why? ¿Pero por qué?
well,
What,
not,
did they mess
not
it up
now.
or something?
Well, no, not now. It's just like he bought that joint from the dealer. I think they're like leasing it. So it's like not officially theirs. You know
Oh, so
what I
they're
mean?
just doing payments.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like at the end
Man.
of the year, I think they like swap it out.
I'm
or
gonna have so many voice cracks.
Dude, I just heard that. I wasn't gonna say nothing, but
People get me through puberty 3 times, man.
something. Nah, the noise cancellation like cuts it off for me, so I honestly just
Nah.
hear you. Normal.
Yo, not gonna lie. No, well, you cut off for a quick second, go robotic mode, and you go back to normal.
Really?
Yeah, but
The-
I mean,
s-
it's fine.
I hear this. I hear the same for you sometimes
Yeah, I mean it's weird, but
though.
it's like when someone like when we talk over each other, that's when like it happens. But I mean,
Mhm,
first video, when mistakes are bound to be made.
mhm.
But not my man says in 2019, bro. My man says got that money on point. You know,
No, dude, I'm gonna just say right here,
nah.
right now, dude. He does not, but dude, his mom's a real hard
As
worker.
a
Yeah, I respect him for
we respect our privacy,
Nah,
our
for real.
homies. My man's is broke. He lives near a creek.
Yeah, you just got exposed as being broke on the podcast.
Well, listen, I didn't say he was broke.
Nah,
I was just saying,
cause
like,
you were like,
dude, like,
nah, dude, you were like, my man's out here with
Nah,
that 2018 freaking supercar.
I mean,
Camry.
look, listen.
I'm listening.
Just because you don't have a 2019 dealer car, don't mean
Homie.
you're rich.
I'm out here
Look
driving
at okay.
No,
Listen,
no,
listen,
look at Edwin.
just said
Homie
that.
has that 2020 Civic. My man's no, dude. He worked
yeah,
in the corner.
okay, and homies,
But he worked in
okay,
the
and
corner.
homies paying,
That's facts.
okay, but homies paying,
That's facts.
homies
I
paying
respect
a PS5 each month, pretty much.
that. No,
for it.
you're capping. He's not.
Dude, and more, 100.
Bruh.
Like,
How much?
It's like around 500 bucks.
Oh my!
You're telling me.
Is that counting insurance?
Yo, is it counting insurance?
I think, yeah, with insurance and everything.
Dude, homie's
Oh
model
my
really is
God.
Punta Las Pilas to the max.
Dude, this guy really said a trabajar. Man, no wonder this guy's suffering in college, bro.
Dude,
this guy.
fat. No, see, dude, college is. I'm gonna tell you right here, right now. College is a straight fucking scam, bro. Not gonna lie, dude. I went for like this. I'm exposed to
Honestly,
Go ahead.
honestly, college. Okay, listen. In college, I feel like if you're trying to learn like a skill set,
Dude, yeah.
like for a business or like ITE or photography or videography, you don't need college, bro. You
Yeah,
can learn
no,
that
dude,
off someone else.
honestly-
you can like you can find a mentor and then just learn.
Look,
you can
look.
you can go to a company.
No.
You can go to a company and you can be like the assistant and whatnot.
That's what I'm doing right
You
now.
can work for free. You can work for free, right?
Like you?
At one point. What do you mean?
Right. No, I get what you're saying.
I
get what
understand. I understand. No, cause like, hear me
listen,
out.
and then,
Oh.
and then you
Yes, the
grow,
cabron.
and then no, but listen, like you grow a little bit, and then they'll give you a chance eventually.
That's facts.
Yeah.
No, look.
You grow
Look,
from
man,
there.
look, man. I had this job at this sub place,
I
right?
work on a corner.
The franchisee there, he was like very like anti-college. You know what he's saying? Because he dropped out of college, and right now he's very successful because he's got like I don't know how many franchises, blah blah blah.
Dude, no,
So
no,
every
no,
time
no,
I
no,
talk
no,
to him,
no.
he'd be like, "Yo, college is a scam.
Which it is.
College is a scam. It's so expensive." But I'm like, bro, you were able to do this without college. Like no one came up to you and asked you for a degree to open up a sub place. You know what I'm saying? But I would like to see you go up to Google and be like, "Give me a coding job without any schooling." Like, dude, come on.
No, but here's the point.
Yeah,
You can't. Like,
No,
college is a scam for some things. You
can't-
know what I'm
no,
saying?
hold
Like,
on.
if you're gonna go to school for like something you could learn on your own and you don't need credentials per se, like you could do it on your own,
100%.
then in that case, then yeah, I understand what these people are saying. But if you're trying to be like something that you need the expertise, you need the credentials. Like, it's not something you can just learn.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
you
fucking
need
being a
college.
doctor,
Yeah.
like being a surgeon. Like
Yeah,
Yes,
dude.
like,
exactly.
oh,
Dude,
oh,
no.
oh yeah, I think I got the heart. Like
I
No,
think
Yeah,
I got
like,
the
you
heart.
can't
Like,
just-
is this
you
the-
can't
no,
just-
like I think I've done this procedure a couple.
Yeah, exactly.
times.
No, dude.
Yeah,
like, shit,
You can't
bro.
play Surgeon Simulator 100 times and be like, "Oh, I'm down to do a heart
Yeah.
transplant." You know what I'm saying?
I got 100% the hardest level. Set me up.
Yeah, you know, it's not.
Yeah, I beat the boss of it.
I'll beat the boss out. I speedrun it. Yo, see my speedrun real quick. You sign me up.
Yeah, I played COD. I can go be a general. You know, it's,
No,
it's
no,
not
not
how it
gonna-
works.
there's been actual research that playing like shooting games does increase your hand-eye coordination. I mean, it's research from like years ago, but it's
All
research.
right, man.
No,
yeah,
no,
I
but,
do. I have heard that, but
I guess
I don't think that's a skill.
That's a, yeah, that's a skill.
Like where can you actually invest those skills? Like, oh, you can put that on your resume. You know.
Good hand-eye coordination.
That's it.
Yeah,
What
like, what-
best on the resume? I got prestige level 35 on COD. See me up. Here's my gamer tag. We down for
Yeah,
a
like
1v1.
unless you're at some tryouts for Optic or something, I don't think it's very useful
Homie said
skill.
optic. Hold up.
Yeah, 100 thieves if you'll be so inclined, whatever.
Mad. Yo, bro. I'm telling you, Noel, my man's Luis brought out the thesaurus. Yeah, he's hitting this with the IB awards, bro. Shit.
Okay,
Dude, come on, man. We all know IB in school is a joke.
IB's a
Come
scam.
on.
It's a scam here in the Love Country, Virginia. All right,
Hey, okay.
but go back to
Okay.
college.
No. Like, I know there's a lot of hate behind IB and
Oh my
stuff,
God, I'm
but
sorry.
low key, dude, that has really, like, honestly, like, being 100% honest, I feel like it prepared me a lot for college.
I'm all right. Hear me out. No. Hear me out. So I'd be right. I do understand I did prepare for college. Like the skills, fuck crap. I am grateful for the skills it taught me. Like about reading, math, and like enhancement skills. But the thing is, like, it was so hard and so like overwhelming to the point where I would just like literally crash. Like I would just go home, chill for like like a 2-3 hour right, probably take a nap, and then at 5 I'm like, oh
Right.
shit, IB work. I have to like cram all this before the next day, which entitles me like to. So if I don't finish it by today, tomorrow it's due, and if it's late, it's late, and they don't care if it's late. They want it by that day. I'm like, yo, that's one. I'm a huge procrastinator. Two, I don't have like the motivation to like do this work because it's like it's difficult if you don't understand. If you understand it, smooth sailing.
All
from
right.
here, right?
So I agree with you kind of, but another thing is I do agree with Noel that at the time we didn't really understand.
Yes, I agree with
At the
that.
time we were like, "Oh, IB is useless. IB is just extra work or whatever." Dude,
Mhm.
now I understand that if I have the chance to do something ahead or to do something, you know, in anticipation, I'm gonna do it.
I agree
Because
with that. I agree with that.
it
Yes.
also taught me, if you don't get it, you have to invest time. It's not going to be assignments where you just sit down and do it for 30 seconds and you know. So I do agree with Noel that it did prepare me for, I guess you could even say, the anxiety of college. Like you were just saying with the assignments.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
You were anxious. You were
Yeah.
anxious about being able to complete this stuff. But in college, it's the same thing, and you know how to deal with it a little more.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Just a little bit like better,
Just,
honestly.
a
Yeah.
Because like you want like it like IB gave you the mini like anxiety attacks,
Oh, dude.
but like now college was gonna give you the
Yo,
major
Dude,
ones.
I heard no. I heard
Boys,
like people got panic
listen,
attacks
listen,
from
listen.
IB.
Listen, have
Alright.
you guys ever like been in bed
Yes.
and you just remember an assignment and
Yes.
like get up at like 1 a.m.
Yes,
to
no.
do it?
No,
That's happened
Dude,
to
no,
me
see, that's
once.
where we differ. That's where we differ. I don't get up at 1 a.m. to do assignments. I sleep my ass goes to sleep at 12 midnight, and I ignore the assignments and I sleep away. Okay, I'm not one of those hard worker people
Yeah.
who gets up around like dude. I seen Noel on his stories. He's like up around 1-2 a.m. in the morning, right, doing homework. I'm like, bro, I can't. I applaud you because that's like severe dedication, and two, why though? Like I understand, but like why you're wasting precious sleep to do something that may or may not affect you in your later life.
Because listen,
Listen, dude,
you're
that's
paying
literally-
you're
you're
paying
paying
Yes,
thousands.
out of
I understand.
Yeah.
You're paying thousands of dollars for something that either, like, let's say, we either affect you in the life bad or good, right? Because thing is, um, one, we could literally learn anything online. Everything is online, either for free, subscription, yes, or you can find it through other people, right? Like I'm talking,
I
like,
think to a degree.
yes, to a degree, yes. You can literally learn anything online to a degree that is good. Is a good skill to have in their later life. Like going back to the college thing. College is good to have that degree for the certain job, like we said, like doctors or people like surgery or anything to do with our body in a way that needs precise. How would you say it? Precise, fuck. Precaution.
man,
There we
look,
go.
man.
Precaution.
Look, man, let me ask you this one question,
Go ahead.
and that'll probably end it up. Are you going to college right now?
No.
Okay, then all your questions right there, man. Like, there's like I was saying, dude. There are some things that you just won't understand. Like, I'm telling you, I don't know. I totally
I mean, I get that. I understand.
forget when Wells starting because I don't really care. But
Is he studying like
sign out, sign out.
molecular
But
biology, something like physical
but
therapy?
dude, college is useful. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, is this man's really gonna show up to a physical therapy clinic and be like, "Hey, I've watched all the YouTube videos about physical
No.
therapy. Give me a job."
Okay, I
Like
understand. Yes,
no,
no,
like
but
no one. You can't do that.
I understand
you
it. I
know?
understand it, dude. Like, see, when it
Can you
comes to like
imagine
that
if a
kind of
chiropractor
skill,
said that?
Yeah, it's like don't worry. I watch the YouTube videos.
man, son, I watched 1,000 hours on how to
I'm
crack your
getting
back.
up, dude.
Yo, I send the free website. I got my license right here. Let me crack your
Gonna-
back real quick. No, but
Hope we gonna crack your neck.
shut up, Luis. Luis,
Kidding
Luis,
you, dude.
I understand what you're saying. That if like you would need a degree to a certain job that requires a degree to see that okay, you went through this school, you went through this learning process, you learned how to do X, Y, and Z to perform it. Perform it how they want it, 100% and beyond. Right? I understand. But for something you can is like DIY projects, right? DIY projects are easily like accessible and people can learn it like right away. Maybe.
Yeah, yeah, but no one goes to college to change the light bulb. No one goes to
Bro,
college
you out here hitting the
like,
janitors, bro.
to remodel
You
your
out here hitting
home.
Jose.
You know?
You're telling me
Listen,
Jose?
dude.
Yeah, you.
No, but okay. go
No,
ahead,
dude,
go
because
ahead.
like you go to like you go to trade school for that stuff, or
Yeah,
or like
trade-
a corporation where
trade,
the,
vocational
and
school.
then or not even. You don't even have to go to schools at sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
honestly, because you can just go work under someone, and then you'll learn it
That's what I'm
off
doing right
of
now.
them, and then off of that, I'm sure that you'll have to have like certain certifications to get paid more.
Definitely,
In which
yes.
case you just go and take an exam.
That's true. I mean, that's true. Because I feel like
Like in what I'm studying, man. I'm studying cybersecurity,
money,
and
big money.
I'm going through my I'm going to college. I'm doing the program, blah blah blah. But they've told us ways to better ourselves in the job market. You know what I'm saying? Like to sell yourself more.
Yeah.
And one thing that they do recommend heavily is that there's many certifications that you can get. For security, hardware, all this different stuff. So
Yeah, you know why? Because that's pretty much going to be on your resume.
yeah, no, and
Oh, yeah, no.
one thing, and they told us that once you take this test, it's like $200 to take this test. So once you take this test and you get scored, let's say you get a perfect score, right? Many employers in our area will receive this thing that, for example, Noel Zapata got 100% on
And
the
we call his full
cybersecurity
name like that.
score. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, "Oh, I want to hire this guy." He
Okay, yeah,
must know
okay.
some
I
stuff.
understand, yeah,
So
okay.
in that sense, I don't really think that you do need a degree to be doing some things. This certification does give you the look that you do know something.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to go into, server management, if you want to go into programming, stuff like that, you will need more than just knowing the language of programming. You
That's
will
true.
need more than knowing the components that go into a server.
Yeah,
So
and I
that's
mean,
where
yeah.
college
I understand it. I
comes
truly
in.
understand it. Like you would need more. You would need more experience and more knowledge to learn the programming, to learn how to manage servers and all that. And it's like that degree does look great on your resume for the employers who are looking down. Like you said,
Also, learning from other people too, bro.
Yes,
So that's where
experience, that's what I'm
connections
saying.
come.
exactly.
That's where connections come in place because you need to know a lot of people, and not just anybody, but smart people.
Dude, no, like within those
Yeah,
like
dude,
those
one
job
thing-
fields. Oh, go ahead.
One thing that I notice in my area of study is that people feel the need to know everything. You know what I'm saying? Like they're almost afraid to ask people.
That's low key.
You know, and that might apply to everything. In my current job,
Which is-
there are new people. I work at a grocery store,
the corner.
and people ask. People are new, but and they don't know something, or they don't know how to do something, or they don't know how something works, or they don't know how to say something properly, or whatever. But they're afraid to ask. They will not ask,
dude,
just so that they don't look dumb.
Dude,
And
I
I'm like,
100% agree
dude,
with that.
ask questions,
Yo,
ask
I have
everything.
so
Don't
many-
be afraid to be that guy.
Dude, I
'Cause
okay.
you may look stupid now, but in later on, because you asked, you might be able to tell somebody else how to do it. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? So, you know, be be able to ask, get help. You know, it's okay to be a noob. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
don't be
saying?
afraid
In
to ask,
whatever you
basically.
are.
Like, don't be afraid.
Yeah, exactly. You
And
know, let's say, Noel, when he got into photography, I bet you, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, Noel,
Mm.
you must have looked into other, Instagram accounts, the other photographers, what they're doing,
Mm.
YouTube videos, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You
dude.
investigated. You went to other people to find how things work, how to do things, what programs to use, what camera lenses to use, all this different
bruh,
stuff. So it's not it's okay to get help, and that's what some people don't
100%.
understand. Like they feel like they have to do it all on their own, you know?
Yo, that hit
And
home.
and no, honestly, and because like I felt the same way, and the not asking thing, um, I feel like that also happened to me during when I first entered George Mason.
Oh, dude.
Because when I first entered, I kind of just BS my way in, you know. I mean, not to the like not. I'm not trying to say like in high school I BS my way to going to college, but I'm just saying like
You,
once I was in, like I didn't really.
yeah,
I thought it was gonna be like
dude,
high
no, like,
school,
yeah, I saw
so I
that.
did. I never really investigated. I didn't know what like. Oh, I have to start checking my emails. Oh, I have to start checking the website. I think
The
it was
page, it
Blackboard
was like,
for
yeah,
George
Blackboard.
Mason.
Yeah.
I didn't know I had to start checking all that. I didn't know I had to go and like
Yeah, dude.
buy
Buy books
certain
and like
textbooks
supplies.
for the class. You know, like I was already in the class.
Yeah.
I was already in class, and then she was like, "All right, turn to page like 14." I was just like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
"Oh,
dude,
homie.
yeah.
I was like,
what?"
yo, I literally walked in without like a book in my hand, and she was like, all right, this is the homework that's due Friday within this book. I'm like, yo, my book hasn't even come from Amazon yet.
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly. And
Yeah.
and then like, and the professors sometimes they don't really help, you know.
they
And
don't
like,
they don't expect
uh,
because they expect I'm sorry, but
so
they expect you
so
to do everything.
so that well, no, listen, but that's when where Luis's point comes in. That's when you have to ask
Yeah,
because
That's
dude.
true.
you
Yeah,
can't
because
just you won't
people are
like
afraid. People are
how
literally
also
afraid.
how will they know that you don't know?
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
Hmm.
You have to let
Nah,
them know.
cause like well, okay, right now I work at a millwork company, but before I worked at McDonald's and
Of course you do.
shut up. No, before working at a company, I worked at a lovely restaurant, fast food chain with a big ass golden M, McDonald's, right? And I was just a straight fucking noob, dude. Like, but I have this like thing in me. It's like I'm afraid to I'm afraid to ask for help because like I don't want to look bad in front of the managers, right? I don't want to look bad in front of the store manager who works with us
Right,
as well.
right.
And it's like I would try tinkering. I would try tinkering, like during the slow hours. I would try tinkering to see, okay, this is how the menu looks. This is how the prices are. This is how where each key item is. These are deals. These are specials, etc., right? And it's like trying to ask would always like boost up my anxiety, because one, I hate talking to people, but at the same time, I want to learn. I want to like impress the managers in a way, right? Like I want to know like,
Right.
okay, like I may be new here, but this is what I learned within the few weeks I've been here. And next, I hit 3 months. This is what I learned within the 3 months. And like they saw through that time period that I excelled quickly. But at the same time,
Mhm.
if I did ask early on, I would excel even quicker.
Yeah,
And
dude.
it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I agree with it's like it's being afraid to ask is a huge stopping, like huge obstacle in life. Cause
And
Dude,
also,
it's
and
surprising. It's surprising how many people will not ask because they will look dumb.
hmm
Like for what like at my
exactly.
job, I would always ask things. I always ask. At the beginning I was a little iffy, but I said to myself, if I mess something up because I don't ask,
It looks bad
that's
on you.
all on me.
Exactly, it looks
That's
bad on
all
you.
on me. Because they should have been like, oh, you didn't know how to do this. You should have asked.
Exactly.
You should have investigated. You should have, not just winged it.
Yeah.
And so I started asking. And I felt a little iffy about it. I thought, oh, am I being annoying? Am I,
Dude, exactly.
whenever the managers see me coming,
Yeah, exactly.
do they
Like,
think, oh, this guy's gonna ask me
no,
something?
look, like, hold on. Do you ever just feel like you're a nuisance to people for asking?
Sometimes I do.
But it's yeah,
Especially like right before I ask them, I'm like, oh, they're gonna be annoyed.
yeah.
But I don't care. I don't care right now. Like I'm asking you a question because if I mess this up, you're gonna be the one that's gonna have to fix it later. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So one time, I was taking a break, and the store manager, he was back there, and you know, I don't really talk to him because he has his own problems, he's got his own tasks, whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
one time he was like, "Hey, Luis," I was like, "Oh boy, what is this guy
It's like,
about to say
yo.
to me?" Yeah, yeah. I was like, "Oh, well, what I mess up?" And he was like, "I just want to congratulate you. You've been doing a really good job." And I was just like, "Oh,
At the outside, you're like, oh,
my
but it,
ego went up." You know what
yo,
I'm saying?
I
And
felt
he
that.
congratulated me on the fact that I
Mm-hmm.
ask questions. I want to know how things work. I want to know where things go. And I feel like this has prevented me from making many mistakes.
And to like build off your point, like that's 100% true. And like what I learned from working McDonald's, like being afraid to ask was huge. And like once I moved on to the company, like I was still afraid, but I slowly opened to myself. Like I would like they would tell me to like uh get this, get that, and like immediately I'll be like I'll ask them, what is this? What is that? What does this mean? And like what do you mean by this? Like how long? Like how do you want this? And
Mhm.
like from like breaking that wall in a way, like I would just ask questions nonstop, and by asking those
And
questions, I've learned. I gained more experience. I've learned like how the company works in a way from my
Mhm.
coworkers, from like the bench mechanics, from the supervisors. Like I learned that this is how the company works. Everybody here, like the thing is, like everybody, people have this like weird visual of like people being scary. But like once you get to know them, they're not scary. They're like really
Yeah,
friendly,
dude.
and like they
Mhm.
want you to ask questions. Like they want you to learn, because
well,
they.
listen, before I forget, and it's not just asking questions. It's like because I know there is like no stupid question, but
Oh, dude, I have a story.
I feel
There
like
are.
There are,
Sometimes there
dude,
are.
there
yeah
are stupid
no,
questions.
okay, but listen,
Like,
listen. But I feel like the only reason why there's a whole mentality of if you ask a question like, oh, so they're gonna get annoyed, is
yeah,
because, well, you can't just ask questions and then keep repeating the same mistakes because
yes,
you have to
yeah.
learn from them
See,
at
that,
one point.
yeah, that's the thing.
Because you can't just ask questions and then expect them to tell you and you keep repeating the same mistakes. Like
Exactly,
you gotta
yeah,
learn from your mistakes
yeah,
too. Like
like
you can't be
exactly no. Like if you ask the same question right, and then you repeat the mistake again and again and again, but you ask them a question, you do the mistake, rinse and repeat. That's when they get annoyed. That's when like, okay, what do you want? All right, like, well, how did you mess it up again? If they hit you with
right.
what did you do again, that's when you fucked up. That's when you're like, okay, something is wrong. I have to either change my course or I have to ask a different question, but something that will actually help me in the future.
Yeah,
And
another thing that I think is that some people are afraid to fail,
oh, definitely,
and
definitely.
there is some failure that you should avoid at all costs. You know what I'm saying? If it's has if you're gonna fail in something that's gonna affect you and the people around you in a way that it's not gonna be easily fixed, you know what I'm saying? They could be like emotional, physical, even, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty big, failure that is rightfully, people are afraid to fail like that. But some people, they overestimate the failure that they might do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At the grocery store, you know what I'm saying? Some people are afraid to put things places, because they're not sure. They're not sure if it goes there. But if you mess it up, for example, if you say to yourself, "I'm not gonna ask because, I think I got this,"
Mm-hmm.
it's like, all right, but you mess up, and then because of that, you're called out, or someone fixes it for you. That experience will help you learn. You will notice something that you didn't notice before because you messed up.
Yeah.
So
Dude,
I
one
think
hundred percent.
failure can be used as a learning tool. I don't know. I like to use Noel as an example. Like, I'm sure Noel has tried some editing things that just didn't work
Have
out
you
for him,
seen his videos,
or
bro?
that straight up have not worked. and that's
hate,
a
no.
failure that he's used.
Jeez,
to-
thanks, Abe.
No, hate, no hate. I'm serious, no hate. No, but I'm sorry, no.
Look,
no
I'm
hate.
just saying that.
No,
I'm just saying. I'm
dude.
not. I'm not.
I'm
You
sorry.
should've
no,
shot
no, I
them, you
get it.
know.
I'm sorry, Luis.
And I've made it clear in
Yeah.
my video too that
Yeah,
I
dude. Like,
understand
that's
that
what I
my
meant. That's
videos
what I
are
meant. When I
bad.
said, yeah, that's what I meant.
And no,
I'm sorry.
you're
Continue.
good.
I'm sorry.
And you can see like on my personal Instagram, like my very first photos, they were what it was
Wasn't it?
it was like a picture
cars?
of
Wasn't it, like,
a
low
no,
quality?
no,
Oh, wasn't it
low
your
quality.
brother? Wasn't it your brother?
Yeah, wasn't it your brother?
no,
Wasn't it
I
like?
think it was like
Wasn't you doing something like
hold on,
elemental?
hold on. I think I can share my screen here.
Bro, man, that's what. Well, I mean. Oh yeah, go ahead. But like to bounce off like
Give me a
Luis, not to like bounce off of Luis. Like yeah, we have those failures in life. Fuck now, we have those failures in life that do prevents us from like exceeding and moving on. But at the same time, you can also learn from those failures, right? Like
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like-
100%.
like for me, instance, right? In the company I work at, I drive a forklift, and you all have to be super careful where you put things. And who just joined?
Oh,
Oh, Yo.
don't tell me.
don't tell me.
It's the
Oh,
man, the
this
myth,
is
the
the
legend.
The man, the myth, Yo, you joined in the half-hour mark,
Thank
dude.
you.
But we've been going for 30 minutes, by the way. Doesn't matter. Make
It's alright. We can go.
we'll
We can
keep
exceed. Yeah, we
Yeah.
can exceed. All right.
All right, so for everybody, this is Andy.
Andy,
It's
the guy that
the man, the myth, the legend
The
who
guy
got
that
arrested.
follows me, the guy that follows me around Manassas.
My man's Andy with his vlogs on Snap, man. The man's, El Pupa Serio en la
Yes,
casa,
sir.
you know what's up, bro.
La pulverize.
Homie, when you make some horchata, send me the link real quick, bro. I'm dead as about to buy a gun. This shit was magnifique, man. Like,
I got
he's,
you, bro. I
he's the
got
guy
you.
with the 2019 CRV.
Oh, he's the guy that got the cops raided his house.
yeah,
Yo.
facts, bro.
All right, so can we get a story from the man?
Oh yeah, screw everything.
All
we've
right,
done
yeah,
before.
we need to know what
All
happened.
right, Andy, the spotlight is
Wait,
yours.
what story? What story? What story? What
You
was
got
that?
raided by the cops in ICE.
And I. Okay, so that was a crazy story time.
Oh, you hella low, my man.
Huh.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah. You sound a bit like far away from.
I sound far away.
Yeah, come close to the mic.
Yeah. Like
I
you
am-
sound like you're underwater, my guy.
Hold up, hold up,
I'm like right next to my phone.
Hey,
No.
cut this part.
I'm like
hold up, hold
right
up.
next to my phone. Which
Pause a little bit
And
there
we're back.
because our boy Andy.
Edit that quache.
We had to pause there because our boy Andy had joined and he was having some
Some
problems with his audio.
Technical
But
difficulties with his iPhone 4.
we're back.
All right, and now I have my screen record now too. So
I made the black screen. They won't tell,
so actually this was my
Alright.
very first photo.
Dude.
So you guys can join
Well.
the thing. I mean, obviously our viewers won't be able to see it,
Obviously,
but you
yeah.
guys can.
I mean,
I think I remember
So-
this. Yeah,
hold on.
I remember this.
So these were like the very first because this was on the day that I bought the camera.
Right.
So look, this picture here, it has zero composition. Like there's nothing in the middle or there's nothing in the rule of thirds.
Oh?
So
All right, I'm act like. Can you just explain
So
that
I'm
for
gonna
the
act like I
0
know what that
listeners we
is.
have?
Oh, I think my viewers just heard a lot.
so
of
like in the rule of thirds,
Yo, hold up. Can you guys hear me? Oh, you guys can't hear me.
imagine like a
yeah, we
we
Yeah.
can.
Oh, you can?
we just choose not to respond.
Oh, you all
What?
ugly. I'm sorry, continue. I mean, the viewers
Okay, so
heard
the-
it, but
Okay. So the rule of thirds is pretty much a grid. So imagine like an imaginary grid right here. So a line here, a line here. So it has three
It's like
so
playing
three,
tic-tac-toe.
three columns. Yes,
You know it's
exactly.
like
Three
tic-tac-toe,
columns.
man.
And three rows.
Okay.
Okay.
And pretty much normally what you want to have is your subject. So let's say this Nissan sign
Mhm.
in the middle. So this is like off center, or you can have it in between, like in the middle of the lines. So right here it would have been one, but it's like slanted. So it's just like not even.
So you wanted.
This is the-
right.
And this is like on the like off center. If you know what I
So
mean?
if you'd want the white part right in the middle.
Yeah, right. I would want it like a little bit more to the right. I could obviously like crop it in a little bit just to make it center, but
All right, because no one can see this.
I'm gonna
We are
pretend that I know these
looking at
terms.
some
Uh huh.
We are looking at Noel's first ever
Like-
photography.
The
First
first,
ever.
the
Shots,
first photo
you
he first
So
photo he
he's
showed us.
he's explaining that the mistakes he's made, like we were saying before our cut,
Oh,
that these things he has learned from the mistakes he's made. Is
Right.
that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and pretty much this learning curve is like me trying to
Yo,
have a
hold
few
on,
more
scroll up. What was that
photos.
photo of you in the
Yeah,
darkness, my man's?
Noel's the one getting last.
Oh, this one?
No, mom is wait. No,
So-
one more up.
So
Above
yeah,
the fish?
these were like the more
Hey. Yeah, that one.
creative side. I feel
More
like
creative. He
this one
said,
here, I feel like is.
homie said a new album
I mean,
dropping.
look, I didn't
New album.
listen. I didn't even.
Yeah.
I didn't.
What
I
you
didn't
leaves
even
me?
have an editing software. Wait, no, listen.
I'm sorry.
I didn't even have a real editing software here. It was like a bootleg editing software that I got offline. Yeah,
Like a
yeah,
Wish?
like a Wish.
.com, yeah.
Bootleg.com.
No, but listen, like I actually finally started to learn the rule of thirds. Like
Yeah,
on this one, like
dude.
I got it center and
Ooh.
yeah, whatnot. And then this
Yeah,
one,
is that?
and then this is like when I first got Photoshop, and it was thanks to Jordan here in this picture.
Jordan is our
Uh,
friend from high school.
Yeah, he's the one who actually let me borrow Lightroom and Photoshop for the very first time.
That's what's up. man.
And
That's what's up,
honestly, and I'm gonna be honest, like, and shout out to Jordan, dude, because honestly, had he not let me borrow Lightroom, I don't think I would have continued photography.
Really?
Like,
Shit.
Yo, is that
Oh,
Edwin?
like-
man. Is that Edwin?
Yeah.
Too bad he's in here in this cast.
Yeah,
right now.
we got to shout out this man's Twitter because
yeah,
he does graphical designs, by the way,
Edwin?
which are pretty dope.
Edwin?
No,
Jordan.
Oh, I was
Jordan,
about to
Jordan.
say Edwin.
Oh.
Yeah, dude. I need to create a banner for my channel.
His Instagram is bcraftjordan if you guys want it.
He's about to get somebody to like blow up, bro. My man's about to get blown up real quick. As in fans, not the
his Twitter is semtex. It's SSYMTEX with a capital SS. The T and X are all capital. Check him out. He does some really nice things, and
Have
we
you
actually
guys-
we're actually gonna get him to do our logo, aren't we, boys?
That's what's up. That's what's
I
up.
actually got a logo for us.
He
but
made
if-
the logo, but we need a
If
banner.
it's bad. Yeah,
Nah,
no,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
if the logo's bad, you
See,
guys can switch it
dude,
out.
like
It's-
the logo, like another thing popped up was like in our individual triangle, we should put our flag that we represent, you know,
yeah.
from our heritage side, our Hispanic side.
So I feel like, yeah, no, but like we were talking about before,
Obviously,
like
fuck
from
my
our
ego.
failures, like I feel like I've just learned a lot, and I'm still learning now.
Yeah, dude.
Because, like, for example,
Yo,
You
is
blew him
that
up.
shooting star edited or?
no, dude, this was in the frame when
That's
I
an actual-
shot it.
No, that's
No
that's a,
way.
That's a chemtrail.
Yeah.
Oh, is that a plane?
That's
It's
a-
a-
Yeah, that's
That's
the little
chemtrail.
plane thing.
But he
But
said,
you know what's crazy? But you know what's crazy? Because these things normally leave like a long trail.
yeah,
Yeah,
This thing just started right there, so that literally looked like a shooting star.
that's what's up.
yeah, it looks really
We
good.
about to get so
man.
many theories,
Yeah.
bro. Conspiracy theories on point.
Yeah,
But
and
yeah.
no, but guys, for like photos, like, so let me try and find one.
Nah,
can't
man,
find
but
it.
you
Oh.
blew up though. Like, not gonna lie. Like the progress you told us about.
But there's like,
Oh.
yeah, and honestly, and I like I said, remember how I told you guys like, oh, you can start off very very low, like you can work for free at one point and like and gain like I guess like trust from a mentor, an apprentice, or like as being like an apprentice or something,
Mhm.
and that way you can get like a job, you know, like even if you do charge low, like I remember I did my first few
definitely.
shots, it was all free, and I remember.
Oh.
This hold on, I think I still have it on my main.
Said you like that? What was it gonna
My very first paid
Oh,
photo
boy.
shoot
say?
was with John. Was with John.
John is another high school friend.
Yeah, and he paid me $10. This was like my
Oh,
shoot, and I
10
feel like
celebrities.
I edited like this is over saturated
How- you
like crazy.
did-
Look at his
Yeah,
jacket. It's
that's
like
true.
super
Yeah,
teal.
that is not normal.
Yeah.
That's not denim normal.
You know, and his skin is like super like orangey. Like it's like
No, I think personally, we're looking at Noel's photos, by the way, since they can't see it.
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I personally, I think saturation is a type of style that I can get behind because if you look at for the listeners, if we even get any, he's sitting in the middle of the road with the lines
Mm.
right in front of him. Like the saturation brings that out. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
no,
I'm gonna be
like
real
you
with
can,
y'all.
Definitely,
Hold on,
like
hold on.
but
his
not.
jacket brings your eye to him because since number one, like you were saying, you put him in the middle, and it's like the brightest thing in the frame,
Yeah,
so
dude, not gonna lie.
it brings your eyes to him and his face.
Which is
So
probably what
I
you
But
want.
you
personally think
know,
that.
but you know what I would have done
Eye candy.
here, because I put the texture up high, so like you can literally see the like small details in his jacket. And the only thing I would have done on this picture, I would have done a lot of things. First off, decrease the saturation on the teals.
I'm gonna be real with y'all. What saturation mean?
And then saturation is like
The
the
intensity of the
richness in the color.
color. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the richness of the color, pretty much.
Okay. Cool.
And also, this is like off center just a little bit. So I would obviously center it, and yeah, just the saturation, the texture, positioning him correctly, and I think his. I'm losing words here.
It's okay, man.
The way he posed is
His-
what was good. It was good, but again, I would decrease the blues and then I would increase the yellows just to make it like the leading lines. That was like, see, this was like more of a learning curve, and I was finally starting to get how I should shoot, but not, but I was still new to editing, so that was my learning curve on the editing. And then I grew from there. And then this is me trying to learn Photoshop,
Right.
which turned out pretty cool.
Yeah,
Mhm.
man. I love the Mario Star.
Yeah.
Alright. So since this is stuff that the listeners can't see,
can't really see. Yeah.
yeah,
We'll do
so
video. We'll do video in the future.
I want to move on to
Yeah.
our boy Andy's raid
Oh,
of his
yeah.
home.
Oh yeah, what's that, man? How was
So
Wait, what?
So-
What exactly are you talking about? Raid? Hold on.
ice? Hey,
so
let's
we
see,
heard-
we heard from a little bird here that
A little
some-
birdie.
a birdie
cop
from across
showed
the
up
street.
at the place for about an hour.
When?
Okay.
Today? Oh, okay, yeah. So it wasn't even.
Yo, you made me choke on aloe.
It wasn't.
He's like, oh,
No.
I can't really talk. I can't really talk. It's ice.
He's like, yo,
It
that.
wasn't a raid, right? So what happened basically was that I was on my way with my family to go to like a mall and whatnot,
Oh.
and my mom, she was trying to like look for something in her purse, and then that's when we realized that her purse was gone. And that's where we actually like came to understand that somebody broke into our car and stole her purse last night.
That's crazy.
Jesus,
Yeah.
yo.
So we had to call the cops to like do a missing report and whatnot,
Yeah.
and then he had to come and like take fingerprints of the whole car, and it was actually like pretty wild because like we would have never thought like something like that would actually happen.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's insane. Like, this was just like in the middle of the night, basically, like a random guy.
Yeah, it
Or
was like
gal.
around 2:30 in the
Yo.
morning today
Dude, honestly, like the DMV.
Wait, how did they know that? How did they know that?
because it was like 2:30 or 3:30, 2:30 or 3 in the morning because around 3:30 in the morning she got a message from the bank saying that her card was suspended for suspicious
Oh.
activity.
Ooh,
Because they were
okay.
they were already trying to use the cards, and so that's where we're like, what the hell? And we didn't like really much pay attention to it until we got into the car today, like around
Mhm.
midday.
Mhm.
We're like, oh shit, like they actually took
Yo, was
her purse.
the car like damaged or anything? Was there like any visible like someone was meddling with it?
Surprisingly, no, they just got the
Are you-
person
were you
did.
sure
Like
you were, like,
everything else
your-
was intact.
Are you sure your windows were like up and closed? Like, do you have a sunroof? Like, you sure everything was like closed, locked, and tight, right?
Yeah, everything was like exactly
And
like perfect, bro.
they
I have
found, like, no
idea how
evidence?
they got in and got out. They just got fingerprints, but until like that comes back, we really pretty much got nothing.
That's
Okay, well,
It's
make sure
insane, dude.
make sure your mom,
Yeah.
make sure like her credit card or debit card is either paused or canceled because
Oh yeah, as soon as we found out that, I instantly canceled all her cards,
Yeah.
and I already sent a request for a replacement for them.
yeah,
Good.
dude.
Damn,
Dude.
what
And
the fuck?
now we're just looking for
Dude,
her license. So she
No,
can
that's
get that.
crazy. That's
renewed.
crazy, man.
dude, that's
Dude,
sucks,
like-
honestly. And you know what's worse. It's like the whole like process of replacing
gosh.
the
Yeah,
that
dude,
stuff,
Dude,
and like
it's
and like the
terrible.
ID, the ID.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like
Yeah, that's like
It's-
insane, especially now with like COVID.
yeah,
the
COVID,
you gotta get
yeah.
it.
appointments for the DMV, that's super long.
yeah, and dude,
Yeah,
they close
man,
at
bro.
5. But they close like super early. I'm like, bro, come
Dude,
on, man.
I heard you have to make appointments that like for 3 months from now for the DMV.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
dude.
Oh,
Are they
yeah.
that backed
Something
up?
like that.
When I bought my car, I had to wait like a month or so, but that was only because I was certain I was gonna buy it, so I already made a appointment ahead of time.
Nice.
So when I did buy it, I only had to wait a
Right.
month.
For those of you that don't know, Noel over here got a big boy Camaro in his
Damn.
driveway right now.
He
Isn't that
said-
right, bro?
He
Yes,
said, "Ponte las
sir.
pilas."
Ponte las pilas.
Hey yo, no, listen.
That's a
Hey,
whole. Bro.
I feel like people think I got daddy's money or some shit like that, dude.
You don't have to
because
say daddy's
We all
money.
know you're broke. We
You
all
don't
know
have to
you're
say
broke, man.
daddy's money.
no, because listen. Like I whip in a Camaro,
money.
and like everyone pulls over. They're like, "Whose Camaro is that?" I'm just like, "Mine." And they're like, "No, you're joking, bro."
They're like,
Hold it,
"Cat."
your
I'm just like-
profile pic on Discord is
Okay.
you with your Camaro.
Okay, I mean, I also understand too. Like, I'm 19, so how in the hell am I gonna have a 2013 Camaro?
Work at the corner.
Uh,
I was 2013. Damn, that's clear.
Yeah.
2013.
it's
Man,
clean.
I'm over here driving a 21-year-old car.
Yeah,
It's
well,
fine.
listen,
I mean,
I
as
mean,
long as
yeah,
it gets you places,
I mean,
man.
that's
true,
what I'm
that's true.
saying.
I mean,
And no,
Toyota
but
is the top
listen,
models.
when I left George Mason,
The first week you left me, ho. I love you though.
Uh,
Continue.
hey, I'll never
Nah,
forget the time you gave me a ride, bro. I literally I appreciate that, bro. Like
Anytime,
honestly, you
man.
helped me during a stressful time.
nah, man, no problem, man. You know,
But yeah, no, but dude, my first car was like a 2001 Subaru Legacy, and it had like 150,000 miles.
Wow.
Jesus.
And it was borrowed. It was borrowed from my parents. So it wasn't even my car. I was borrowing it.
For 150,
So I
bro?
worked. Yeah, I worked for a semester, and I got my money up, and then I finally got to buy a 2013 Civic, and I got it off like some guy that like rebuilt the entire car. So he was selling it for cheap,
Nice.
and I got a steal on it.
Yeah.
I got it like $4,800.
Yeah, dude.
So from
Nice,
from
nice.
there, I'm gonna say it was all luck.
yeah,
It was
I mean-
like it was literally God's plan. Like
but
I
you,
can't.
I mean, I'm sorry to cut you off, but technically it is all luck, yes. But you also put it like you put in the grind, man. You put in the energy and the work to get where you are.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
hell
this-
yeah, I did, dude.
So you could like, I'm sorry, like, you
Some
could like
people-
apply luck.
Some people, you know, they care about appearances a lot. Like they care about appearances a lot, you know. All they care about is, you know, how they look to other people. And you know, they want the best things, but some people they just don't do anything to, you know, earn that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
You know, like
And
they
they
want a
complain.
really nice car. They want a really nice car. They want the, you know, the best, you know,
Yeah,
they want a PS5 now, you know,
They want-
stuff
yeah.
like that.
They want the
But
news
they
of
don't
the
put
new.
in the effort. You know, they don't put in the
Yeah,
effort.
they don't put the
Yeah, they don't put in the effort,
and
so.
they complain. It's what's annoying.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. It's annoying.
And after and then I flipped my car. I gained 2K extra on it.
Nice.
And after that, I bought my Camaro, dude. I kept grinding. I was in school. I was still working too. So honestly,
Yeah, man,
like
dude.
I feel like I've been grinding on everything, honestly.
Yeah,
And now I learned a new skill set. I mean now I
Yeah,
know how to
right.
take pictures.
And you
I
started
know
your
how to-
channel too.
yeah, and I started my new YouTube channel,
Bruh.
and this has been all within a year. So I feel like I've grown so
has.
much in a year, and I feel like, and I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I feel like this year, even though it's been like very negative with the coronavirus and everything, I feel like I've like, as a like personally, I've grown a lot, but
hmm
even like besides that, you know, everything has gone downhill in the world.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. I feel like, you know, the world is in a tough situation right now with, you know, COVID, like you were just saying, and people see the negatives. You know what I'm saying? Which, you know, obviously there are plenty of negatives in a
There are some positives
pandemic.
and negatives, dude. There are some positives.
But
and negatives.
what I've learned is that, you know, being home so much, you know, being just sitting around, sitting in front of my computer on Canvas every single day, you just get to thinking about yourself and your situation in life and how you can better it. Noah, you were just talking about a new skill set, so that brings me to my story. So
Wait,
I
tell
am studying cybersecurity, right? And these teachers grain into your mind that you gotta build your own PC to be, a tech guy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a rite of passage. So, I've been trying to do it, but I never got around to it. So today was the day, man. Today I was telling our friend Stefano, which, we might actually get him on the podcast, I was thinking.
Glad the
But
guest.
so I bought a motherboard.
Oh.
I just said, screw it. I'm gonna just get the motherboard. It might just sit around all day, until I actually, go get around to buying it. Dude, I just went crazy, man. I picked up that motherboard from Best Buy, and then while I was going there, I picked up a power supply, and I just couldn't stop there. I just couldn't stop there. So there's a store called Micro Center, which is very popular for computer parts technology, everything you could think about. This store sells it, man. They have really good prices. They have really good quality things. So I told my brother, get in the car, we're going, right? So I get there, and this is my first time going to the store. And the hype around it, I've heard so many good things about it. I get there, dude, this place is amazing, bro. This place is amazing. There's one section just for PC parts, which we stayed at the most. We were there for maybe an hour and a half. So I'm looking around at all these things. I find my RAM. I find my case and a bunch of other things. But the funny thing was that all these things are behind locked cases, behind the glass. So you can see the price, you can see the product, but you need someone to open the case. So in this area, there were like 2 employees for like 30 people, 30 guys trying to make their builds. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I go up to this guy. I'm like, hey, man, you work here? And he looks at me all confused. I was like, and he looks away from me. I'm like, yo, can you open the case for me? And this is a guy, he's chubby. He's looking around at things. He doesn't look like he's there to buy something per se. And he's got like a little lanyard around his neck with his keys and everything. So I was like, oh, this guy's probably an employee because they don't wear uniforms there, you
Mm,
know?
okay.
So I was like, yo, can you open the case for me? And he just looks down at his feet, and this man's wearing like flip flops with no socks.
Bruh.
He's not an
Wait,
employee.
what?
So I was, yeah, he's not an employee. So I was just asking some random guy, some random guy to open the case for me, dude. And I just started laughing, and he was telling me that everybody confuses him as an employee. Dude, that
Is
was
he is he there so often that he gets
Dude, yeah. He was like, I was here for like Black Friday, and like 30 kids came up to me asking me what power supply I should get.
maybe
Man.
don't wear a
Yeah.
what's it called?
Don't look like a computer nerd.
Homie, what you said sandals, no socks?
Yeah, dude,
Alright,
this guy
no,
was
no
out there,
socks.
sandal, no socks. But yeah, dude, I came home with like $500 worth of parts. It's just sitting right here. But yeah, still got to
Hey,
complete it.
let me know when you build it because I kind of want to learn.
Same,
Oh, I
same.
already built the parts I already have.
Damn, I
But
do wanna
yeah,
learn
I could
that.
definitely show you guys.
Yeah.
But this goes into my new skill set. So I want to learn something new, and I always thought that my computer would be a way that would give me the access to these things. I do have a laptop, but I don't feel like it's the same somehow.
Yeah.
But I could, I do have a YouTube video, YouTube channel, but there's nothing on it,
What? Oh, I fucked
which
that.
I will not disclaim the name of this
Noah,
YouTube
what is
channel.
it? Noah, what is it? Yo.
So yeah, I could record stuff on here. I could, store it.
Yeah, man.
Um,
Vlog
Serious
channel. Dude,
YouTuber.
vlog channel, dude.
You never know what I could do with this thing,
Hey,
man.
hey, y'all, just a quick second. Just a heads up, we're at 54 minutes, by the way.
54.
Yeah.
Okay, we can end this.
We can squeeze it like 2
Um,
minutes.
We can squeeze a little more.
Yeah. If we go over an hour, it's
Or-
okay. But you know, not 2 hours.
No, let's
Yeah.
keep it below an hour.
Yeah,
Let's keep it
but
below.
So
to-
5 minutes.
no, but in all honestly, like in all honesty, we did talk about a lot of things in this first episode of the podcast. Like we talked about how college is a scam to a degree, but at the same time, college can also help you in the workforce. It can help you in the future. We talked about this advanced program called IB at our school.
College
that-
will be a scam, bro.
Yeah. We talked about this program at IB that it did in a way affect us, all of us. Like, you know, it taught us the skills to, in a way, plan things efficiently, plan things more thoroughly. It was like overwhelming and over workload. At the same time, it's something that you have to put in the effort, you have to put in the energy to get the best reward as possible, right? Like,
Because nothing easy or nothing good comes easy.
exactly, nothing is easy, nothing is
Yeah.
free. Like, if you want something, you have to put in the effort, you have to put in the work. If not, you're just gonna sit there like a bum, you're wasting your time and money. And it's crazy. But you heard stories of Luis talking about his new skills. He's talking about how in the work, don't be afraid to ask things. You know, as he learned, he asked questions. He learned more. He got more experience, and gave the great advice of like, don't be afraid to ask. Always ask. If you're afraid, even the slightest, just ask a simple question, and that will open a world. That will open a door for more questions, more experience, more effort in a way to push you through that wall. And it's crazy, but it's something that me personally have to work on, but also something everybody could work on, and just it'll be great for the later life in a way. And
Our first episode is a serious episode, man.
dude, facts.
Yeah, we kind of went on a roller coaster.
But
man.
it's good though, because I told you we're gonna go in this raw. No, I'll be honest, we did not practice at all. We just went in this raw. And this is literally our honest opinions, our honest.
Just raw dog this.
Yeah.
This is basically us to our rawest, to our 100%. We're not,
Yeah.
we're not putting a
This is
mask on.
We just default to sentimental.
Yes.
There's a,
Dude, default settings mental
we
state
turned
right
to
now.
Play-Doh up in here.
Yeah, that's facts. But
We just straight went to TOK, just bullshit
TOK.
everything.
dude, I just.
Mom's calling.
Oh, yo.
Oh,
I think someone's gotta go.
This is what I mean. You got the rawest of us, right?
Little sister.
Little sister out here,
Yo,
bro.
my man.
You good, bro? But honestly,
now we gotta roast them side out there.
that's the next episode. Tune in next time where we roast Andy.
Yeah, tune in next time in our second episode where we will somehow work out our audio issues.
Yes,
We will work it out.
You guys can find us-
We will be a little more,
this is our first. This is like we said. This is a new thing we all agreed to do, and this is like a new thing to do during the quarantine. Right?
Fun. Honestly, it's been pretty fun.
And it has been fun. It has been fun,
Yeah.
yes. And believe me, there were ups
So
and downs.
where can they find us?
Homie, hold up. I'm done. Fuck it.
Oh,
We need a social media.
Social medias, bro. I'm
Yeah,
honest with you.
account,
My
dog.
social media account is private. I will create.
No.
another one.
I thought no, yeah, because we have a new email and everything. But where are we gonna make this
Oh.
on like public on Spotify and?
Yeah.
it's not on Spotify yet, so
We will.
Man, what
I'm
website
planning-
did we do this?
What website did you use, Luis?
Um,
Was it like BuzzPod or
know.
something like that?
oh yeah.
We will be releasing the audio on Spotify hopefully soon.
I don't know about that, but for now you'll be able to find it on Buzzsprout. And yeah.
Awesome. Cool.
We hopefully will be uploading on YouTube as well. You will see a black screen, but honestly, like who watches the podcast for video?
Yeah, right.
They're actually low key entertaining, dog.
Loki,
Yeah.
yes, Loki entertaining, but honestly,
All right.
But yeah,
We can like show our faces. You know what I'm saying?
that's in the later future.
Nah.
But and to wrap it up in a way, this is our first podcast. This is our first
Yes,
episode.
sir.
You know the name of the podcast. Nothing but Spanglish. You know. And should we
Yep.
shout our Instas, our Twitters, or keep it
Nah. Keep
Ah.
it chill. So
chill.
yeah,
Doesn't
this
work.
has been nothing but Spanglish podcast. We might change the name later on.
How
You never
dare
know.
you.
Do we
But
know when the second episode is? Do we know?
Nah, but nothing but Spanglish is kind of catchy.
Yeah, man. Like,
Nothing
one, see,
but
one,
Spanglish.
it
Yeah,
represents us because we're kids of Hispanic parents. You know, we gotta represent our Hispanic heritage. At the same time, we just speak Spanglish no matter what.